Here we see an example of a 100% safe room, or almost, because this was supposed to be a room made of bedrock. But it has its little secret. Let me see. Inside here, it holds nothing but a completely white background. This room confuses me. I don't even know where I am anymore. But its secret is that there's a white map here. Look, a completely white map. To do that, the person had to cover the entire map with white blocks. They did the same by creating a giant bedrock, which is how the person obtained a bedrock block. In this case, the one who did this was Fix. Well, this isn't exactly right. A safe room? After all, you can break it easily even though it's bedrock. After all, it's fake. But it gives the impression that it's really very strong. Just imagine a house like that, made with real bedrock. My secret base is another example of a completely safe room. I'll speak softly so no one discovers it. But this one, for me, is one of the safest bases in Minecraft. Since it has all these sweet berries, and these berries end up preventing us from getting in, there's a cool movement, especially since their thorns keep pricking us. Look, there's a guardian blaze burning everything over there. Are you crazy? Well, for those who don't know, underneath all this sweet berry terrain is my secret base, and it's all surrounded by a wooden fence. However, the ground inside is covered in sweet berries that prick players who step on them. And there are also some charged creepers hidden in the middle of this terrain, which can kill a player with just one explosion. And not only that, this terrain also has several leaking radiation barrels, and this radiation actually works in Minecraft. That's thanks to a pufferfish that's hidden underneath it and poisons the players. I also wanted to protect my land from elytras flying overhead, so I spread several blazes throughout my land. Why the blaze? It shoots 3 fireballs at anyone flying around it, 3 chances to hit a player. Anyway, all this protection is to defend my secret base, which now has only one exit, and that's at Tonigon's castle. Yeah, when you come in here, there's a room that shouldn't be mentioned for now. We'll still use the potion machine in this video. I also have some powerful clothes, including one on my head.
I'm not clothes, you know.
Venom, you once became clothes to get into my head.
But I'm not clothes.
Yes, you're not clothes. And here I also have my laboratory, where I made an illustration, where you mix a pig with trinitrotoluene and it turns into a creeper, and a creeper plus lightning turns into an electric creeper. Behind it, there's a hidden creeper farm that really works, and they take all of them to this explosion-proof obsidian room. The cool thing about this secret, 100% protected base is that it has a path to another somewhat protected room, since its cave entrance is also protected with berries. And this is the house with all the blocks in Minecraft, which is Muko's house. Who's my dog here in Minecraft? Hey, Muko, how are you doing? This is his house, where he'll live alone for now. He has many items for us, even a gold block, but that's not the point. As I mentioned, sweet berries fully block the cave entrance, making entry impossible. The issue is it also leads to the zoo, a public place. That's why I'm still decorating this third cave. And it practically lands right in front of Muko's cave, which you can barely see with this beautiful decoration. And we can do more things to hide it, like for example, planting more of these glowing fruits here. They'll grow and completely cover Muko's cave. No one will know where he is, though I think the creative squad already knows where he lives. I still need to decorate this place later. But when it comes to protected rooms, I can't help but mention our Alcatraz prison, where we've locked up all the mobs in Minecraft, even the ghast. And that big fish gave me this potion effect. And here we have the company of George Mike Tyson. That also reminds me of something. I added the names of 3 more subscribers to our prisoners here, and those names will appear on the screen along with the mob they were assigned to. Actually, I didn't choose which subscriber would name each mob. Actually, I did a drawing, taking the names from the list and randomly assigning the mob.
So Muka, you list members' subscribers' names and remember everyone except me. I feel like I'm in second place. You know what? I'll record my own videos.
Are you going to do that as Venom?
Am I gonna leave you and steal your second channel?
You won't.
Yes, I will. I just need to learn editing.
Alright, Venom, since you're feeling so sad, I'll lend you my second channel, okay? If you want, I can also give you a tip to help you edit.
Hey, sure thing. Go ahead.
For sure, the most protected room in Minecraft has only 1 block. And it's down here under the bedrock that a dragon egg is hidden. But Muka HD doesn't know that.
That's how I ended up randomly renaming many of our mobs. To be honest, the only one I chose was Enderflash. I chose for him to be the Enderman because there's no better mob than the Enderman itself to be Enderflash. He's cool because he makes many creative squad clips. The similarity among most of the subscribers whose names were written here is that a good part of them are members. So all the channel members had their names written, but that doesn't mean you have to be a member for your name to be there. After all, not everyone who appeared in this video is a member. One criterion I use to add a subscriber's name is their active subscriber status. And in the videos, whenever I walk through the prison, you'll see your names written there. Oh, and as I was saying before, we were talking about the super protected room, right? And to open them, I would have to throw a trident at a spot here, completely hidden, which is right here. But no one is going to know about that. And we have these 5 automatic doors to protect what was actually a former Wither Storm. But we took it to the secret base. Underneath the secret base, which I'll talk about in a moment. But anyway, these 5 doors are now protecting my 6 beacons, which give me all the possible effects they can provide. Activating these buttons will turn on all the beacon lights and give me every effect in Minecraft. That reminds me that I have a challenge to do. In the last video, I made the explosive mix, where I get all the potion effects in Minecraft at the same time. But did you know there's a secret achievement down here under Jovilus? Exactly, this blank space here is a secret achievement. In it, we need to have not just all the potion effects, but all possible effects, like haste, which doesn't exist as a potion. We can get it using the beacon. The Elder Guardian gave me the fatigue effect, and we also need the wither effect, that decay effect. So let's try to get this achievement here. We need all the potions, obviously. I've already prepared the potions, but I'll leave that for another video, since we need a lot of effects that you can't even imagine. One of them, for example, is that conduit effect, so we're gonna need those Nautilus shells. I'll turn off the beacons to keep it secret and close this place too. Good. And I also have a shulker box, where there are 3 key items that I'll need to eat to get some effects from Minecraft too, besides the spectral arrow. But, as I said, I'll leave that for another video because this achievement is really hard. Since we're discussing achievements, let's do a few more. This one's a bird, a balloon. It'll be fun to do. We just need to come to our zoo where there are some parrots trapped in their cage, which isn't even really a cage. They're completely free to do as they want. I'm the only one who tames them. And there's a red sheep ruining their grass. I forgot to mention, I made an update here. In the sheep pen, I painted each one a different color. And from what we just noticed, the red sheep managed to escape somehow. But anyway, that's not what we're going to talk about. In today's video, the spider sheep is actually red, so it's all good. Let's get straight to the point, because we need to observe the parrot with our telescope. And we completed the achievement, It's a Bird. And well, speaking of trapped mobs, there are even more parrots here. And since I was here in our Alcatraz prison, I want to show you an update I made. I built a fence so we can add a wall and let prisoners use the yard, taking advantage of the effect this monster gave me. Here's another update to the prison. On the 2nd floor, there's a new mob in our cell, a new resident. But this one isn't really a prisoner, he's a friend of ours, just like Jujuba, and Jeb is here just to help us get rid of the effect from that annoying big fish. So, thanks to this milk, we'll be able to continue with our 2nd achievement. Okay, this creature isn't helping. We need to open here. The ghast can't see us, but we have to see the ghast. When will it count? What if I break here? Don't explode, it worked! It's a balloon. Ghast, don't see me, it worked. Now we have the achievements, It's a Bird, It's a Balloon, and now we have It's a Plane. Observe the Ender Dragon through a spyglass. Let's go after that achievement now. There's also a well-protected place I know. It's Tonigon's castle, which, like my land, is shielded by blaze and radiation. Skeletons and a lava door guard his castle entrance. And, believe me, it's super hard to get in there. Also, Tonigon's castle has a trap that releases skeletons, with netherite armor and enchanted diamond sword. So, that's already 3 types of protection just from these defenses, for a simple ice castle. And inside it, the entrance to my secret base is hidden, also protected by lava, with several traps and Tonigon's pets. And inside my secret base, there's a little protected spot too. Not very protected, it just has a small wall. We have this portal, which was created by another Muka HD, a common enemy of mine and Venom's. It appears he used this portal to escape to another reality. We don't know where he went, we just know that his weakness is very loud sound. And that's why we made this bell trap for when he comes back. So, from the moment we step...
Oh, you idiot, you forget that this is my weakness too.
Sorry, Venom, I forgot. This place is protected thanks to Muka from another reality. And for those who don't know who Venom is, he's a symbiote alien who got into my mind to try to control me, to blow up the creative squad. But because of a common enemy, we talked things out and I was able to get my mind back. And now Venom and I are like best friends.
Being a good guy isn't so bad after all.
Yeah, Venom, I told you. The last place I haven't mentioned yet is our secret base under the secret base. We go in through here and fall into Minecraft's negative layers. I built this secret base for security because our secret base above was vulnerable, so I decided to make this secret base underneath, to make it a little darker and so we can store our rarer items here. But I still have an even rarer item, which is the Deep Slate Emerald Ore. This is Minecraft's rarest block for those who don't know. And I was lucky enough to get 3, and I took advantage of that to make a collection of ores. And I'm also making a collection of discs, so if we get one more disc in this video, we'll be in profit. My ender chest still has 17 diamond blocks and 2 deep slate emerald ores. We also have the enchanted golden apple and some rare items, except these 8 iron bars. They don't count. But today I want to make a room that's more protected than anything, which will be completely surrounded by traps. Because we're going to put all those items I just mentioned in there for maximum protection. Even our wither, which is our secret weapon. It's the most powerful wither in Minecraft. I can choose to dig this corridor or that one. I'll start digging here. So now I need to dig as far as possible, because we need a giant corridor full of traps. So I was digging here, but then I stopped to think. This isn't a good place for our protected room because here it would go straight to the creative squad's river, more or less towards the spawn. Well, so I actually decided to switch sides and make our main hallway here leading straight to our protected room, because then it doesn't really need to be a main hallway. We can have several mini hallways leading to several other mini hallways, and that way we won't have a main hallway. That will make it even harder for strangers to walk around here, right? It'll be easier to get lost. And here I kind of already know what I'm going to do. In this spot, I'm going to set up a little trap, actually a mini challenge. And I think I'll put some mobs there, but I'll leave that for another video. I don't need to do it now. What we basically need to do is decorate this room as much as possible. I mean, this giant hallway that leads all the way to the end. Right up ahead, we'll find this place, which will be our security room, to store our treasures or collections and discs. The rarest items in Minecraft that we were able to get. So let's decorate this room. So I took advantage of all the deep slate blocks I broke and crafted deep slate tiles. I took the opportunity to make our wall, place the concrete, and already started preparing our first trap. It's the easiest trap of all to get through, but there are still 9 traps left. Hot, spiky, challenging, sticky, gooey, heavy, poisonous, and explosive. To protect our room, which by the way is looking really nice, safe, and very fancy. From what I can tell, that's enough traps already. And finally, our room is ready. 100% protected and decorated. The problem is that it's full of traps that are hard to get through, like these first 2 here. That one is for people to come in and fall if they take too long. I'm working on this parkour one right now. I hope I don't mess up here. I always mess up here. Good thing I have the elytra to save me, otherwise something else would have happened. But from here on, things start to get tough. Basically, this is a corridor completely filled with cobwebs and carpets with magma blocks underneath. And it's really hard to walk in the middle of the magma, especially when you can't see, let alone dodging a bunch of cobwebs. The problem is that there's still a hole with more carpets, and if someone falls in there, they can't get out anymore, since there's honey underneath to make them stick. But even so, if the person manages to escape, they'll cross a line where a bunch of anvils will fall on top of them. And now you must be thinking, the player just has to hide in the corner of the wall and they'll be able to escape the anvils. That's where you're wrong, because in the corners of those walls, I put a bunch of pufferfish, hidden right in the corners. That makes the person walk in the middle, since avoiding it means getting stabbed or poisoned by the pufferfish. But suppose the person gets through. If they walk a bit further, there's another trap like the anvil one, but with sharp stalactites. A bit further, 2 identical traps appear. The difference is that one is triggered when you get close to the pufferfish. As soon as it inflates, it presses the pressure plate and simply the person underneath explodes. Farther ahead, you'll find another line with a hidden tripwire hook triggering another explosion. Finally, if you manage to escape all these traps, you'll reach the most protected room in Minecraft, where we keep our collection of ores and music discs. For now, there aren't any ores. We need to go back there to get them, but I'll have to get them from the other side. So, let's stop by our secret little place, where there are no traps. Let me put this away here. Good. I won't need these ores. I'll need the ones in this chest. Let's take the whole thing. All right, I'm here. Now we just need to put our ores, each one in its place. It would be cool if this room had a bunch of lasers going around the ores. It would be much more protected and way cooler. So let's put the first one here, the amethyst, and the second will be our ancient debris, which is pretty expensive, by the way. And now, let's put the two nether ores here, gold and quartz. Speaking of gold, I'll put it here. The regular gold ore and the deep slate gold ore. Since gold pairs well with iron, I'll do the same here. Deep slate iron ore and iron ore. Now the copper, the coal, the lapis lazuli, the redstone, and now our most valuable ores. Let's start here with the diamond. Place the deep slate diamond, a glass, and the regular diamond ore, and another glass. Now come the rarest ones, like the regular emerald ore and the deep slate emerald ore, which is pretty much our rarest ore. So, let's protect this gem now. But further back, there's a little continuation. There's a small room here with a chest. I haven't set any trap for it yet, but let's use it to store our disc collection. So let's first put here the newest Minecraft discs, like Otherside and Pigstep, and these two here that we also got. Now we have a new journey to go after all the Minecraft discs, and not only that, the rarest items in Minecraft. Not to mention that we also have to complete the achievements. Oh, I forgot to do one, and we're here. Now we just need to get in position and look at the Ender Dragon with a spyglass. After discussing so many completely safe rooms in this video, I nearly forgot about the coolest one of all, the Ender Dragon's cage. This cage is really cool, completely surrounded by obsidian and bars. Not to mention that the pillars in the end are now all connected with walls. Minor bugs are occurring due to the Ender Dragon being revived, but the main thing is we achieved our goal. It's a plane. Wow, I have a headache.
Are you okay? Are you attacking?